These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends.
7 a.m.
It's 7 a.m. Time for the opening drive.
Voted the best sports show in New Mexico.
For 5 years running. It's the OD in the AM with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Opening drive to close the doors. Major League Baseball's in a lockout. So what? Who cares, Jeff? It's December. I don't give a damn. So they don't have winter meetings. They don't have to hear about guys making $18 zillion every day. Yeah, that's kind of right. I mean, you'll hear about it when they reopen the doors, but maybe that's a story to you. Well, maybe it's more of a story that you get to open the doors on Week 13 of the National Football League tonight. Here on the Sports Animal, Saints, Taysom Hill. I did it. I think I did it.
Did it?
Well, I'm not sure what I haven't
in one-year
even
leagues?
checked. I haven't really checked. And the Dallas Cowboys tonight on Thursday Night Football. Good day to you. What day is today? Is today Thursday?
We're Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you. It's your opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal, also on ProView Networks. No JJ today. Jeff Symbieta, A. Marie, and y'all. How you living?
Great.
Yep.
Thursday, let's go.
You ready for Thursday? Is Thursday like your favorite day?
No.
No? I don't have a
Sunday.
favorite day. Sunday. Yeah, Sunday's fair. I'm kind of a Saturday guy because there's still tomorrow. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, I mean, I love me some NFL, and we're going to run out of it here soon.
Ugh.
And I know, believe me, it's my
so
life goes by
crazy.
seasons also, and how I structure my life and my trips.
Totally.
Yes. And I don't know, by the way, when I'm going to get the leaves out the backyard now. I should have done it last weekend, and now, I'm working. It's selection weekend and bowl weekend, and then next. I mean, I just don't know when I'm blowing leaves out of there. But anyway, maybe this is where Dan calls in and says, "Hey, Jeff, I'll come. Remember that tree you got? I'll come take care of that."
What?
I might. Normally, I'd do it myself. I might not have time. Anyway, yeah, Saturday's my day. This Saturday is going to be good, by the way. All the championship games.
Oh, yeah.
And they start on Friday. Is there a championship game that you're looking forward to the most? Is it Georgia, Alabama on Saturday?
Yes, but I like the Big Ten.
Okay.
But
For some reason, I just feel like Michigan's going to roll Iowa. I don't know.
You think so?
I do. But they could have a hell of a letdown too. Now coming off what they came off of last week, that was insane.
Georgia, Alabama will be fun though.
Georgia, Alabama will be fun, and there's so much on the line. I certainly will look at the Mountain West just because it's San Diego State, Utah State. All my homies are just like, "So did you make your flight? Did you make your flight?" I'm like, "Dude, you don't even get it. Like, as much as I want to be there, and if it was in the new stadium, I might have really just found a way to get there. But just Selection Sunday. I got it.
It's a big day in your world.
I got my invites from the Mountain West and everything. I just can't. So 505-246-0610. That's how to get in here today. Play radio with us. It's 505-246-0610. Your emails, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. I think I've got the text line going, so you can hit us on that. That's the same phone number, 505-246-0610. And you can watch the show on our Facebook page. While you're there, give us like a little friendish thing, like click the, hey, we like these guys. It's the OD in the AM. Guest list for you as it stands currently, and it could obviously change. Jerry Palm, CBSSports.com, scheduled to be with us at 8:30 this morning. We'll figure out what else gets in there, but we'll talk about the final week of college football season and the scenarios. I think there's a few scenarios to discuss that aren't done. If Alabama wins and Cincinnati beats Houston in the American Championship and Oklahoma State wins the Big 12 Championship, who's out? Is it going to be Oklahoma State or is it going to be Cincinnati? Because I think Georgia would be in. assuming Michigan wins the Big Ten they're in. So if everybody wins, Michigan, Alabama, Cincinnati, Oklahoma State. Who's out?
Dang.
Is it Oklahoma State? I know everybody's clamoring to get Cincinnati out. I think Cincinnati's got to be in. Notre Dame's sitting there right on the doorstep. People are telling me, well, Notre Dame should be in. Oh, Notre Dame lost to that undefeated Cincinnati team in their place. Notre Dame, who's Notre Dame beat? Well, I mean, it's not their fault. That's right. But it's not, is it Cincinnati's fault their schedule is? Well, yeah, they play in that league. They didn't turn down an invite. They went out and played what you're telling me is one of the best 4 teams in the country, in your mind. Beat them by 10 in their building. Hasn't lost a game. But they didn't win impressive. Stop it. Just stop it. At some point during the season, you're going to have a couple weeks where you don't win by 40. It's going to, you know what? It happens to Alabama. So where does it go? And then the other side of chaos. And you can have anything in between. What if Iowa beats Michigan? Alabama loses. Houston beats Cincinnati. Oklahoma State loses. Then Notre Dame's in. Then it's Georgia and Notre Dame. And then what? What happens to the New Year's Six berth for the group of 5? If, and again, I don't think Houston's going to beat Cincinnati. I don't. But I'm just going to tell you, I've watched crazy stuff happen the last bunch of weeks in football, both on Saturdays and Sundays. If Houston beats Cincinnati and San Diego State beats Utah State convincingly, does San Diego State get the group of 5 berth into the New Year's Six? Now, I spoke with somebody on the selection committee yesterday. And it's going to be a tough putt for San Diego State, from what I understand. Strength of schedule like 118. Houston would be deemed to have better wins. Said the Cincinnati win would be the best win San Diego State has, and it's a good win, would be against Utah before Utah changed their quarterback. Houston's only loss was a season opener to Texas Tech. Now, who have they beat? Nobody. I mean, who they beat? Their best win was SMU. You're telling me that their strength of schedule is worse than that? Well, they didn't beat Cincinnati. Okay. So we got a lot of stuff to talk to Jerry about. I want your thoughts as we head into the final weekend of the regular season in college football. And in the regular season, what does that mean? I mean, it means the conference championship games. So it's fun. It'll start on Friday. You'll get them. And I'm looking forward. Maybe we'll hit on some basketball with Jerry. But I think that's fun stuff. Friday, you get the Pac-12, Oregon and Utah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It'll be so much fun.
Utah beat Oregon once. Or Utah is 17th in the country. They lost 3 games. They lost to BYU and San Diego State in weeks 2 and 3. And then they lost that game to Oregon State, which was kind of weird that they did. Although Oregon State's not a bad team. Oregon State was 7-5 this year. So I want your thoughts on what do you think should happen with the college football playoff? And the answer is that they need to expand it to 8. Oh, okay. But they're not going to do that by Selection Sunday, which is 3 days away. So that conversation we've had and we can have again, but that's not today's conversation, okay? The answer is not, well, they need to expand. Okay, that's wonderful. That's not today's conversation. As currently constructed, where do you want this thing to go? What do you think happens? And I want to have these conversations as we go through today. We could talk more about what went down in college coaching carousel over the week. Lincoln Riley going to SC. Brian Kelly was introduced yesterday at LSU and why he left Notre Dame. And he talked about it's just too good to pass up. Well, sure, man. I mean,
$100 million.
Yeah, it's that's a
$9.5 million a year.
That's a big bag of gelt. 10-year, $95 million contract.
Woo!
Yeah.
Not a bad gig.
Quote, Brian Kelly. There was no plan in place as I entered the 2020 season that I was looking for another opportunity. I had a great football team that we were developing. But, when you get an opportunity to talk, Scott Woodward, who's the LSU athletic director, and he presents a clear vision, the plan here and the opportunity, it was an exciting vision for me to look at. As I got a chance to speak to more people about this opportunity, I just felt it was something that I had to take on, end quote. Then they showed me how much money it was, and I said, oh, yes. Look, do your thing, man. I got no problem, and there's nothing Brian Kelly could say. There isn't. That was going to make people think it isn't about the money, and that's fine. And maybe there's a chance that it wasn't all about the money. Don't tell me it isn't partially about the money. He loved his former players. He loved their relationship. I know he's getting destroyed over how he let them know. And so I'm listening to you, and you tell me a better way. Well, then he shouldn't have done it. No, that's not the answer either. It leaked out. The story was out. How did you want that to go down? Well, he shouldn't have left, Jeff. He should be loyal. Well, okay, but that's not, again, that's not the conversation. He's taking the job. And by the way, would you? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Somebody's giving you a guaranteed 10-year, $95 million contract. As good as you've got it at Notre Dame, and Notre Dame is, or was, the Mecca. I don't know that it is. But Notre Dame was that good. I don't know what he was making. Let's say he was making $5 a year. I don't know. Whatever it was. As good as you've got it. LSU came calling. They showed you the plan. You're impressed. And they said, okay, here's the numbers. And you, after you soiled yourself and went, holy bleep, you wouldn't have done it? Okay, so now get past that. This whole, you only spent 2 minutes or 11 minutes with the players and he sent them a text. What did you want him to do? I know it's easy and everybody who's got a microphone loves to open it up and scream into it and tell everybody else how to do things. I get that. And this is one thing that really bothers me about our profession sometimes. And Amory, I hope I'm not ripping too hard on people because I don't want to paint with a broad stroke, but many people who have never done anything but scream into a microphone, talk into a microphone, analyze, have never done anything, never been in a position like that, never handled a budget, built something, dealt with personnel. But yet everybody's so quick to criticize. So I'm listening to how you suggested he should have done it. Was it imperfect? Highly imperfect. But I don't know the perfect way. He sent out a text, and I don't like Brian Kelly that much. I'm not a big Brian Kelly guy. I can't believe I'm sitting here apologizing for him. But he sent out a text to his team. I know this is out there. I'll give you the details in the morning. I love you guys. My love is limitless crap is kind of, okay, over-the-top 80s bad love song, cheesy. But how'd you want it to go down? Send out a text. Let's have a meeting at 7 in the morning. I'll tell you what's going on. I'm out of here. Well, Jeff, he's loyal. He preaches loyal. Okay, all that's right. He took the job. I'm asked to ask you about that.
Do you think people get more upset because he is winning? Like if a successful coach, because they're doing well, like...
I don't know. I mean, if he was leaving, they say, well, he's bailing on his team in a tough time.
Because some people, if they're not doing well, then they're like,
yeah, I think
get rid of them. Or...
I think he's going to get bashed no matter what,
no matter which way.
Which is fine because there is a hypocrisy to this whole thing. There is. We'll continue this. I know I got a break. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. I like, what's the right way? I'm not angry. I hear this so much, and everybody's so quick to criticize. What did you want him to do? Well, he shouldn't have taken the job. Oh, okay. He took the job, and by the way, you probably would have too, and I probably would have too. So what's the right way to do that? It's the opening drive. Jeff and Amory on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. Industries is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So,
All right, so college football playoff is going to be finalized. We'll know what we're looking at on Sunday. Looking forward to that. But with all the upheaval in college football this week, I'm just kind of curious where you are with Lincoln Riley going to USC and leaving Oklahoma, and then Brian Kelly leaving Notre Dame, which was unheard of, right? Unheard of that somebody would leave Notre Dame. That's the pinnacle. That was it's not. And things change and things evolve. I don't know how many kids coming up now think, that's it. I think when you think of the pinnacle of college football, you think about the SEC, no matter what part of the country you're in. And I think coaches are there too. Tommy promised he since he can't call every day, he'll call tomorrow and give his view on Brian Kelly.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Tommy.
So, thank you. And then Lincoln Riley. What would you have done? I'm hearing Lincoln Riley ran from the competition. He's never won a big game. Every time he's in he hasn't won on the biggest stage. That's fair. Have his teams been good enough? But he hasn't gotten to when he got to the college football playoff, they haven't won. No, that's fair. That he ran from the best and took the money. Maybe. I just, everybody's so quick to chastise. I get it. The purity of the game is gone, and we're reminded of it so constantly. And it bothers me too, in a large respect. But I sit back and I try to put myself in people's positions, and what would I do? And I can't sit here and promise you that I wouldn't say, look at the SC job and say, gosh, I'm 38, talk to my family. Do we want to go give LA a shot and try to turn SC around and look at the kind of money they're throwing at us? And I'm going to guess when SC's in, there's a lot of big alums, and they're calling, and LA's looking at you, and you're thinking, do I really want to go deal, with the SEC? And I don't know. But good luck to him. All right, we can change directions as well. I want to get in on Lobo Aggies. We'll do that as well. We will the Eddie Nunez stuff. Eddie addressed it somewhat yesterday in regards to the Miami athletic director job, and he says, "I'm here," and he is here. Look, at some point, Eddie's going to go somewhere. Okay, at some point, Eddie is going to get a job. I think he's that good. I think he's that attractive to whoever it is. And so whether it's this job, hell, the Auburn job's going to open up, which is a great job and which would be a great fit for him. At some point, it's going to happen. He addressed it yesterday and said, I'm here, and he was. I know he's here in town. He's working, and if you want to get on that, you can as well. Lenny, good morning. How are you, sir?
Morning. Well, the thing with the coaches changing, I don't mind they're doing it, but the timing, I wish they can do it after the bowl games.
But then the recruiting.
I understand because of the recruiting stuff. So I understand they have to leave now, and I have no problem doing it as long as the players can decommit, transfer, and not have to sit out a year.
And they've done that.
Right. So as long as they can do that, then I'm fine with them doing it. Because let's look at Kelly. One, you shocked everyone that he left Notre Dame, but he's been there 12 years. He had 21 wins overturned during that 2 seasons. But he's taken him as far as he can go. He probably doesn't think Notre Dame could win the big one.
Well, I think he's probably. I think so. There's going to be a little bit of frustration, right? Do you think if he was at LSU and he was 11-1, and his one loss was to that undefeated Cincinnati team, so at 11-1, then in that scenario he'd be playing in the SEC championship game right now. Okay, do you think he'd be in the top 4 in the college football playoff like Alabama is? The answer is yes. And he's in that exact scenario at Notre Dame, and he's not in the top 4, and they're not moving in unless a bunch of teams lose. So I got to believe that plays into it.
If he rebuilds USC, or if he rebuilds the program, and then Lincoln Riley rebuilds the program, Lincoln Riley didn't want to go to the SEC. I don't think so. I think he sees USC and goes, I can take them, make them a top 4 team, and get to the playoff that way, and backdoor his way in.
Is that backdooring if you win that league? Is that a backdoor?
No, I'm not saying it, but it's easier for him to win the Pac than win the SEC.
I think it's easier for anybody to win the Pac-12 than it is to win the SEC. Yes.
Okay, and he'll build that program up, earn his money, and stay there. And, Brian Kelly, same thing. He's going to earn his money at LSU, and he knows he has a better shot taking LSU to the championship than he did with Notre Dame. Notre Dame, I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I'm not just saying it. I have been since a little kid, but they always come in a little bit overrated
100%.
Because of their name.
I totally agree with that. And look, they, like Oklahoma, have had very little success when they've gotten to the college football playoff.
Oh, they've gotten waxed in the you saw Notre Dame couldn't even beat Cincinnati.
I don't think that's a disparaging thing this year. I think
Cincinnati's
Cincinnati's
it's not disparaging, but when they go to the big dance, they can't dance. They get taken out.
No, they've been punked. It's not even like they've been competitive. They've gotten blued out.
So the decision is it any different than when Alfred left here to go to UCLA?
No, it's just a bigger scale. It's the same concept. No.
So, coaches have a right to leave. And if someone's going to give you a boatload of money with a 10-year guaranteed contract that is being mostly paid by your boosters, that your boosters are going to take care of the program, you're going to go.
So let me ask you this. Do you have a problem, and because I think most people are relatively there, do you have a problem with the way he handled telling the players and all that? Because I'm listening to that, and I'm like, what did you want the man to do?
What do you want to do? He allegedly he ghosted his coaches. One coach was sitting in doing a recruiting trip when it happened. There's no good time to do it.
Yeah, I don't know how
the coaches he wanted to take, he took with him. And another one turned him down and is staying with Notre Dame as the offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Lincoln Riley took the coaches he wanted with him. There's never a good way to do it.
Yeah, when it leaks out, it's out, right? You don't get to tell your kids before, because then it's out. And it's not a done deal yet. There's no right way to do it. It's imperfect. It's an imperfect situation. And I would have done this. Would you have? Really? You wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have gone. I'd have been loyal. Oh, okay. You'd
Oh,
pass
please.
up that $100
If
million.
someone backs you up and says, I'm giving you 10 years and then $95 million fully guaranteed, well, where do I sign?
Yeah, everybody's so above it all. I know.
So, and then tonight, I'm just going to pick the upset. I'm going to go with Washington.
Washington's not playing tonight.
I mean Saints. Sorry,
Okay.
I don't know why I said Washington. I had Washington on my brain.
That's right. That would be really an upset.
Because of the RG3 book that's coming out about Dan Schneider and company.
That'd be a hell of an upset if Washington won tonight. Saints and what's the spread tonight?
4.5, I think.
Is that what it is? All right. So you got.
And
Saints.
the Cowboys are getting back Gregory and the other defensive starter, and
Cooper's back. And Cooper's back.
Cooper's coming back.
I got it at 5.5 or 6.5. What is that? I got it at 5.5. Dallas by 5.5.
So, and I'm throwing this out there. Not that happen. If the Cowboys finish this year at 9-8, you think McCarthy goes to year 3?
Yeah, because I think that wins the division.
Yeah, but in that division, as good as the Cowboys are on paper, should they be 9-8?
And I guess that would mean they really limped home, right?
Yes. Because if they lose again, Washington's on their footsteps.
Yeah, no, that's right. So is there a scenario where, I know Jerry loves him some Kellen Moore. Is there a scenario where they limp home, he blows out McCarthy and elevates Kellen Moore?
Yeah, because he's enamored with Kellen Moore. But who's really running the offense? Kellen Moore.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know that I think the offense has been all that great.
And Jerry doesn't want to lose Kellen Moore to somebody else.
And Kellen's going to be hot, right? And Kellen may be up for some head coaching jobs this year. You know, watch what happens in Seattle, because if Pete Carroll, I don't know what the deal is, and if he's done up there, and he might be getting close. I think Kellen's from up there. I think that's a place. Just keep it on the back burner.
So is Jerry going to treat Kellen like New England treats Josh McDaniel and just make him the highest paid assistant in the league?
He might.
Just to keep him?
We all got a price. He might.
I mean, Seattle's set for the season now. They signed Adrian Peterson. I mean, they're ready to go.
God bless him.
Jeez Louise.
Pick him up. Go get him. All right, man.
All right.
Hey.
You all three have a good one.
Enjoy the day. That was
All right,
Lenny.
bye.
That's a good call.
Call Lenny.
Yeah. No, it's good. Keep an eye on the Seattle thing. Kellen's from up there. He's from Prosser. I think Kellen's going to be a hot commodity as far as head coaching jobs, right? I mean, there's going to be, gosh, how many you think could come open? When we go the offseason, Brian Flores is going to make it, I think, in Miami. They've really turned it around. You think he survives, right?
Yep. I'm going to look at the NFC North.
Yeah, NFC North's fine, I think. Who's getting fired in the NFC North?
Mr. Nagy.
Oh, I'm looking at the AFC North. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Maybe some
That's not
Zimmer.
me. Yeah, there may be some vacancies in the NFC North. Matt Rule's evidently
Dan
on the hot
Campbell.
seat. Maybe. Vic Fangio.
Ooh, yeah.
Raiders
I
have a
don't know,
job.
Raiders do need a job.
Houston's got a job. No, I think
There's
there's
some
gonna be a
jobs.
few. Yeah, there's going to be a few. I don't know what's going to happen with the Giants. Joe Judge is on the line again. I mean, every 2 to 3 years, the Giants go through a coach. So, all right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. I think Lenny's dead on. What do you want him to do, man? I mean, this is just the way it is. There's some things, because we enjoy the competition, because we enjoy the games on game day, Saturday, Sunday, whatever, you got to put up with some of the crap. And this is some of it, just it's part of it. And this is stuff you can turn a blind eye to. Does it matter to you how much a coach is making? I mean, it's not my money that they're paying him $95 million. Some rich dudes down in Louisiana, good for them, man. Good for SC to find a way to pay the latest young phenom, Lincoln Riley, a bunch of money. I'll watch the games on Saturday. How you living, fellas? Sitting around feeling good? Hitting the holidays feeling like you want to? I hope so, but if not, if you are, I don't know, maybe a little sluggish, tired too often, put on a few extra pounds, dealing with erectile dysfunction, may I strongly suggest NuMale? Call NuMale. They're a men's health clinic. They're here in Albuquerque. They've been helping men all over the country deal with these natural things for years. NuMale's industry-leading testosterone replacement has men feeling like themselves again. Call NuMale at 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688, or visit NuMale.com. Told you during the summer, I was playing golf. A buddy of mine, we're playing, and he says, "Hey, I heard you talking about that NuMale on the radio. I was tired. I was dragging." I called him and I feel better, man. It works. Like, thanks. And I'm like, wow. All right, good. There's a lot of stories like that. Look, bottom line is results. It's real. It works. It's worth the call. It's worth your time. 505-652-1688. Hit the holidays feeling like you again, guys. Take care of yourself. Call Newmail at 505-652-1688 or visit newmail.com and feel like you again.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Car Crafters is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the...
Not that you care. It's the opening drive, Jeff and A. Marie. 505-246-0610. 888-922-0610. Well, you also respond on Lobos and Aggies a day later. Lobos beat the Aggies down in Las Cruces, and they'll do it again on Monday. Friday, the Aggies will go over to El Paso and play the Miners. I haven't heard much on Chris Jans. I don't know if Jans is going to be back for New Mexico State. Their head coach was out, COVID protocols. And so I'll find what I can for that on that for you. No movement on the athletic director position that I see at the University of Miami. There's been obviously a lot of noise, and Eddie Nunez, the athletic director at New Mexico, is from there, and has been named as a top candidate. And there's been a lot of stuff. Eddie was asked that yesterday. He didn't dodge it. He just said, look, I'm committed to here. Here I am. I'm sitting right here in my office. He didn't say, no, I'm never going to go. He didn't say, no, I wouldn't take it if I was offered. He didn't say any of that. This is, and we're talking about coaches leaving and that kind of thing, and would you go for a better opportunity? We'll see. I don't know if this is the one. I'm going to tell you at some point it will be one. I think Auburn's going to open up, and I think, with all due respect to anybody, and I know where Eddie's from, like just knowing him and the setup there, not very well, but peripherally. I think Eddie would be great for the Auburn job. I think he'd be even better for Auburn than he would be for Miami. But that's a whole other story. But I don't have a lot of movement on that for you. So if you've got opinions on it, and I know some of you do, I'm happy to listen to that at 505-246-0610. Text line says Dallas 31-17 tonight. More over McCarthy any day, period. 31-17 tonight without their head coach. What would that say? So first of all, Mike McCarthy not coaching tonight. Does that mean anything? Is that a deal? Is that a big deal? Is that a no deal? Is it what does that mean for Dallas tonight? Anything to you?
I think we touched on this yesterday, but I do think it does affect your team when your head coach is not there.
What about this particular team, though?
Well, I think they need to win.
Well, so they need to because they're scuffling, because they've lost 2 out of 3, and they're losing to teams that theoretically, actually they've lost 3 out of 4. Broncos beat them, then they whooped the Falcons, who become bad, and then they lost to the Chiefs, which okay, and then the Raiders at home. After this, they go into league play or into division play. And maybe they get healthy there. Washington's playing well right now. Somehow that defense felt like it was putting it together the other day against Seattle.
Yes. And Taylor Heineke's doing something.
Without Chase Young. Right? So I agree with you that I don't know they have to win. I think they're going to win this division. They're 7-4. Washington's 5-6. That's a 2-game lead. They lose today, and Washington wins on Sunday, then it's a 1-game spread. Then maybe, I don't know, then do you start to worry about it? Then do you start to get nervous? Then they play each other the next week, and all of a sudden, oh, here we are. Washington plays the Raiders in Vegas. Who you got? Those are 2 really interesting teams that you don't know what you're getting week to week.
No, you don't.
You got Derek Carr at home against Washington, who's throughout the season given up a lot of points. But the last couple of weeks, they gave up 15, 21, and 19, and 17 in the last 4 weeks. Now, Broncos don't score a lot of points. Tommy only put up 19 on them. They shut down the Panthers to 21, even though Cam scored. They took Russ out of the kitchen. He scored 15. You starting to believe in them and Taylor Heinicke a bit, or no? Is it still fool's gold to you?
No, I think he's doing his job.
Okay. So,
but like I said, I don't think he's their quarterback.
They were 2-7. Now they're 5-7. I mean, I'm sorry, they were 2-6. Now they're 5-6. Like, are they legit? And I don't even know what legit means, because in the NFC they're in a playoff hunt. So to your point, Dallas has to get it right.
Yes.
Dallas has to.
Not a good time to
out.
start failing.
Well, I mean, they're in the process thereof. And they're getting healthy. They're getting people back. Now, their coach isn't there, but they're getting people back. They've got to tonight. I think I agree with you. Cowboy fan, where are you with this tonight? Because I'm starting to sense that whole Cowboy cockiness, that Lone Star arrogance, that we're in a crap division, so we're no matter what we do, we're going to, oh, by the way, we're beating fools like crazy. And they went on that string. They did, man. They beat the Chargers, the Eagles, the Panthers, the Giants, the Patriots, and the Vikings all in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They were rolling right after that opening day loss to the Buccaneers, which, oh, wow, it's Tampa. I mean, it's Tommy. They're the defending champ. That's okay. We played well, and we were right there, and then we're going to go undefeated. We may go 15-1, 16-1. All right, maybe 14-3. I don't know, man. Maybe you might end up right about where you always are, 8-9, 9-8. Kind of might end up that way too, and yeah, that might be good enough to win the division. But I think there's starting to be a little bit of a sense of a little bit of sense of angst amongst Cowboy fan. Now, you've been injured, your quarterback's not been healthy, but hell, you beat the Vikings. That's right, the Vikings. With Cooper Rush. You went into Minnesota and shut them down. To me, that might be the best game they played all year, at least defensively. But I think this is a big one tonight. I really do. Bill, what do you think? Good morning.
How are you guys doing this morning?
Good, Bill. How you living?
Doing all right. I'm a lifelong Dallas fan. Grew up about 100 miles southeast of Dallas. I don't have delusions of grandeur every year when we start out that, we're going to the Super Bowl. As far as not having the coach, I don't think it really matters. On some teams, I guess it does, but, I really don't see. We could win and lose either way. They need to win tonight to correct the course and at least, finish better than what I hope they do. Tony Romo years was, 7-9, 8-8, 9-7. Every year, and it's mediocrity all day long, and it feels like that now. It really does. We have flashes of some really good games, and Dak looks really great, and then we just go back to being the same old Dallas Cowboys.
Yep. Mediocrity all day long. That's kind of a good way to put it.
Have a great day, guys.
See you, Bill. Be well. It's
well said.
Yeah. God, why am I don't know if it's my headset that just feels blown out or anyway.
Well said?
No, well said.
Well said? Well said.
Goodly did. Goodly did, as my friend Rob Hickey once told me. Goodly did. Mediocrity. I'm going to put that on the board. Mediocrity all day long. But that's what it is. That's what they've been for the last 2 decades, right?
Right.
That's what they are. 505-246-0610. We will attempt to be better than mediocre as we get you through this morning. Jerry Palm coming up at 8:30 in the morning. He from CBS Sports. He is well beyond mediocre. He, in fact, is very good. We'll talk to him about college football in the playoff and going into the final week of the season. It's the opening drive. No JJ today. Me and A. Marie. Adrian produces on the television side. You can watch us on our ProView Network stream on ProViewNetworks.com, on our Facebook page, over the air on channel 20.5. You can find, and really what you're watching, what are you just staring at me? Like, one day, when
I'm going to surprise you.
No, you're not. No, you're not. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From Laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school.
Jim Rome Show is up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
So when you got up this morning and you saw there's a baseball lockout, Major League Baseball, does that affect you? Does it bother you? Does it do anything for you? You're like, yeah, whatever, it's December 2nd.
It does not bother me.
Okay.
And all I heard when listening to the radio before our wonderful show was it just motivates players to make decisions quicker.
All right.
Is that important right now?
So are you concerned that spring training won't start on time, that there won't be games in April? Does any of that bother you? See, because I don't know that I'm there yet. And
I'm not there yet.
I believe they got to figure it out. Baseball does so many things to get into in its own way. I think during the Calvin, I thought baseball handled itself the worst of all of North America's major sports. they postponed and postponed and postponed. Remember that whole season, and we were watching Korean baseball in the middle of the night just to get a baseball fix, and the Lions and the LG whatever. I mean, right? And then they played that 60-game season, and they screwed it up, and they weren't going to play, and they weren't going to play, and the whole contract, how much you're going to get paid. I mean, everything they can do to step on themselves, they did. And that's why I have so little faith in baseball. Players are locked out at midnight last night Eastern time, or midnight, whatever, 10 hours ago. What's the right way? It's midnight this morning, midnight last night?
Midnight last night, I believe.
So, but what? How do you say it correctly? Because when does it turn to tomorrow? When does it turn to today? 12:01 or 12 o'clock? Midnight this morning. Whatever.
Top of the morning.
Oh, that's the right one. Woo! Yeah, that's 100% top of the day. Look, it's the first work stoppage since 1990. It's been long anticipated. The league told the players union that it was going to initiate this. The previous collective bargaining agreement expired at 11:59 last night, so the lockout began a minute or two later, and it ends this whole transaction frenzy that you've been watching, which is leading up to it. Guys getting paid and paid and paid, which is all great. Rob Manfred is the guy now. He's the commissioner. He's the guy who's going to have to navigate these waters. He expressed disappointment and believes it's the best mechanism to protect next season. His quote is this: "Despite the league's best efforts to make a deal with the Players Association, we're unable to extend our 26-year-long history of labor peace and come to an agreement with the MLBPAs before the current contract expired. Therefore, we have been forced to commence a lockout of Major League players effective at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time on December 2. If you go 12:01, then you know it's the next day.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's why I'm down with that. All right, so during the lockout, and this is a tool basically that the management side can use to keep employees from working until the deal's agreed upon. Players cannot communicate in any way. I don't even know what that means. How are you stopping me from calling my player? But okay. Major League free agency is off. Trades from players on the 40-man roster are halted. So no more moves. Major League portion of the baseball winter meetings have been canceled. Minor league meetings will still go, so John Traub gets to go to the winter meetings, which is good for him. Look, I think it'll be fine, but I have no idea. I honestly don't. They remain determined. Labor. I read Manfred, and it's almost like listen to Netanyahu talk about his peace with the Palestinians, right? Despite the league's best efforts to make a deal with the Players Association, we were unable to extend our 26-long-year history of peace, and we could not come to agreement. Therefore, we'll be forced to commence this. Well, what are we doing? I love me some baseball. I think
Me
you
too.
do too.
I do.
I love me some baseball. Baseball cannot get out of its own way. And I wonder where baseball will be a generation from now. And I've wondered this prior. And baseball's still there, but do the kids love baseball? Does your nephew love baseball?
He loves to play. He
Okay.
doesn't love to watch.
Okay. All right, but that's good that he's playing. So he'll be a baseball fan, I think, at some point. My kid loves watching the game. Like, she loves going to the game. Now,
That's my favorite live game to go to.
I totally agree with you. It's next to hockey. Hockey. By the way, I was talking to a buddy of mine last night. Total side story. And talked to him in a little bit. He's a billet family for one of the Ice Wolves players. So I called him back. He called me, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm watching the Kraken and whoever they were playing last night." I was like, "I love hockey." He says, "I feel like I've missed out my whole life." Well, Shane's sitting here. I think that was the young man's name. He's turned me on to hockey. I love it. I mean, hockey's the best thing going. Yeah.
It's fun.
Hockey's real, man. Jerry Palm, 8:30 this morning. We'll get into college football's final weekend. Looking forward to having a conversation with him. We're here for you at 505-246-0610 on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport. including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with 2-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and JJ Bond.
All right, so baseball's So that's not coming over the air, all over modulated. Like it's just my headphones, like just that whole thing. Okay, I just want to know that it's when you hear it coming back at you, it must just be my headset.
Yeah.
It's the opening
I
drive.
mean,
yeah.
Maybe the boss will come in, but you seem
Okay.
all the levels seem
All right,
good.
no, it would be like that. All right, so it's just got to be my headphones that probably need to be replaced. It's time.
It's time?
Yeah, it's probably that time to invest in a
Christmas?
tool of the trade. Yeah, I'll go through the gift suite at the New Mexico Bowl. How about that? See what I can find.
Let's go.
Players get headphones all the time, and boy, you should see the list for the gift suite the players are going to get to go through. 5 points. You know how that works? It's the opening drive, Jeff
No.
and Marie. We'll get to the phones here in a minute. So the student athletes for our game, we always want them to receive something. So they'll get a Targus backpack with a New Mexico Bowl bag tag on it, and they'll get a new pair of Oakleys. And they're that football I brought in that that thing's
looks
cool.
really cool.
So they're gonna get that. And I think there's something else, maybe a pen or something, and then they get basically $250 of a gift suite. So they go shopping on Wednesday night. They go into the room. They get 5 points to spend, and so it's like there's a table here with 1 point items. So there's some like earbuds and some cool stuff, and 2 point items over here, all the way over to that table's 5 point items, some PlayStations, TVs, just. It's fun watching them.
That's awesome.
So you can buy a 3 and a 2, or a 1 and a 4, or just a 5, or 5 ones, or what, and then they get shipped.
That's so cool.
And they're on their phones with their moms. It's so cool because there's like jewelry stuff on there, and there's ladies' wallets,
Mom.
and there's blenders.
Hey, a week
and
before Christmas.
No, 100%. And
college students.
I mean, hey man, you owe me a point, man. Let me get one more point. I need one more point.
They barter.
It's so fun. It's just I love walking that room.
It's amazing.
And they're like, sir, what would you do with this? And I'm like, well, you're walking through. Who's it for? Well, I want to get this for my mom, but I want to get something for my sister too. And like, well, did you see these over here? Because they're not as high end as this, but it's like, oh no, that works. And that's one of my.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite times. They've kind of gone over the years. One of the teams will do it on campus, so we lose that event at night that I enjoy so much because I think it's a cool part of the bowl system. But yeah, I went through the list the other day, and there's cool stuff on there. I mean, you can get a camping chair, or you can get a watch, or you can get a TV, or you can get earbuds, or you can get a new pair of Oakleys, or what. I mean, there's all kinds.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we always thought, like, I want them to have something from the bowl. I want them to leave here with something, but then they can go and pick what they want as their gift. So feel
that's fun. I've never heard that, so that's really cool.
Yeah, a lot of bowls are doing that now. It's kind of where I've been
smart
for 12, 14 years now. All right, 505-246-0610. Come on in. Hello, Mud. How you living?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's good?
Good. Yeah. Yeah, man. I was calling. I called yesterday and stuff, but I my phone was messing up, or whatever, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. But it was just about Lobo basketball, man. I'm just happy, dude. I mean, I know Marie says that I was mad for a while. I mean, I wasn't really mad. I was just disappointed more. I just think that Lobo Sports was taking a turn for the worse. But now I think that now that they have these coaches and Eddie Nunez is going to stay, man, I feel like the Lobo program is headed in the right direction, man, women's and men's. And I can't take away from cross country and all that. So, they're doing good. But we'll be there. We'll be there in basketball, men's and women's, and then football. I expect Coach Gonzalez to do some great things here, man. So I'm enthusiastic. My family is. We're ready for the holidays, and we're going to attack things day by day, man. That's all we could do, and go Lobos. I'm trying to see if I can get to that game on Monday.
Yeah.
But if not, I'll be watching it. I'll be cheering on the Lobos, and we'll go from there. But anyway, I'm trying to get there, man. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Mud. Woof, woof, woof. Thanks, man.
Woof, woof, woof.
See you Monday. Pitt. Are you on that game Monday?
I want to go.
Why wouldn't you?
My 12-year-old has Madison basketball and county basketball.
Yeah.
So we're trying to make that work.
Yeah. Right. If I don't use my two.
I really want to go though.
Yeah.
He might understand though, because I was like for the job,
No, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
See, it's a tough one because I have Addie till 7 on Mondays.
Well, hey, If you know a guy.
No, I got my 2 tickets, and then I got my pass, and so I've got 2. And I don't know if Audra wants to go. We haven't had this conversation yet. So
Okay.
When's our holiday party? Is it the next night or
Next Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Should I respond to that and pick my dish?
Yeah.
I probably should, huh?
Yeah.
All right,
Hopefully,
next
bring in
Wednesday.
Kyle.
Yeah. Ooh, like I met him though.
Yeah, you did meet
No,
him
I
briefly.
quite briefly.
At Bourbon and Boot.
Yeah, I recall. That was that guy, right? That was the guy.
That
you
guy.
You didn't bring the other guy to that one? That was that one?
There's only one.
505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. By the way, Cowboys play tonight. Just so you know. Omar's in. Cowboys, he says, COVID or no COVID. When you're the NFL's dynasty in its infancy, you are expected to beat teams like Washington and the Saints. I still think Coach Jones is prepared. The Dallas Cowboys have an outstanding finish to the season. All right. No, you're the ultimate optimist, and I appreciate that. Omar. Now, let's see what happens after tonight. I think they need to win tonight. Saints are also, by the way, in a position where they need to win tonight. Does Taysom Hill as their quarterback make you feel better or worse about them? When you heard yesterday that Taysom Hill's the quarterback, does that give them a better or less chance to win tonight? They're 5-6, and their defense has been good at times this year. He's better than Trevor Siemian, right?
Definitely more experience.
Well, okay, he does
and
different
obviously
things.
Taysom Hill. I guess their system has just been working when it was him and Breezy.
Was it?
I think
when it was him. Yeah.
Drew Brees.
Yeah.
And so I'm intrigued for him to take the lead position.
Well,
from a 2
I
to
gotta
a
believe
1.
it's his the rest of the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're not going back to Trevor Siemian, and Jameis is out.
He's been doing good for them.
And they paid him zillions of dollars. Like I'm interested to see what he does and what they do with this offense. He's been taking the first team reps all week. That's a 5-6 team that's right in the playoff hunt.
They've been losing 4 in a row, huh?
I understand. And
5-6, 5-6, 5-7.
And their quarterback has been Trevor Siemian.
Oh, this NFC South. Oof.
So they beat the Buccaneers with Trevor Siemian, right? And then they lost to the Falcons, the Titans, the Eagles, and the Bills. They put up 6 points in 29 and 21, 25. So I don't know if Kamara's back. I think they get a spark tonight offensively.
I agree.
I do. Tommy, what thinks you?
I wasn't going to call.
Yeah.
I wasn't just, but you guys, every time I think I'm getting out, you guys just pull me back in.
Good. What's up?
Okay. Baseball. Okay. I know it's never going to happen, and I've talked to you about it before. Mad Max recently complained. He signed his contract, complains that there needs to be more competitive teams in baseball and the tanking. Now, I don't know how you stop teams from tanking. I want to ask a question, Jeff.
Yeah.
Are the teams, the owners, when they get the luxury tax, are they made to spend a certain amount on their team, or they can do whatever they want with it?
You mean when when the Pirates get the Yankees luxury tax money, do they have to spend it or can they put it in their bank?
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a minimum. I think there's a league minimum that they have to spend on salary. But see, here's what happens when there's no revenue sharing, and I'm not telling you there should be. But you've got a team like the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Rangers, who can go out and spend $325 million, and then you've got teams like the Rays who win without it, or the A's, or the Pirates, or some of these smaller market teams who their whole damn payroll is Max Scherzer. Like they got a payroll that's 2 of your dudes, and so you're expecting.
Are they made to spend? Should be. I think this is what I think. The luxury tax, when they receive that money, they should be made to spend 90% of that money on making the team better.
I don't hate that.
And then, of course, the big thing, if the players are starting to complain, oh, we need more competitive teams, and Max says all this and that, and then there's an owner that was talking about that as well, then get off your ass and figure out a salary cap or a salary floor or something. If you're starting to complain that more teams need to be more competitive, not just dominated by the Yankees, Dodgers, Red Sox, what have you, get a salary cap done. It can be done. And this is the thing. You think the players, I don't think the players would get less money. They just have to go to different teams to get that money. Maybe it's some of the less competitive teams, because that cap will be $100 to $150 million. Just, this has been the biggest gripe in baseball to me for years, is not having that competitiveness, not having a salary cap floor or whatever you want to call it, make those teams spend 90% if they're going to keep the tax. Okay, because my Yankees, it's great that we can spend whatever we want, but then now Mr. Steinbrenner is coming out, I don't want to pay that much in luxury tax. Well, that's the way it is. You guys wanted this. Yeah. That's the way it is. And now you're not going to spend money on free agency. Yep. You're not spending any because you're complaining about what you're paying on luxury tax.
Well, they're
and now the Yankees fans, how dare you? Your father will be turning over in his damn grave right now seeing the way you run the team.
Yeah, but they're spending. I don't know. I've asked this question for a lot of years, Tommy. When are they going to spend themselves to a point where they're in trouble, right? I mean, I understand nothing goes down. But when I'm watching dudes 10 years at $325 million, like where's the ceiling on this? When does it get to a point where, I mean, we're kind of there. When you're telling me they're not spending, they only paid that guy $250 million. Well, they're kind of spending. How much you want to pay for your beer and your soda and your hat?
That's why, don't you think a true salary cap would solve a little bit of that problem?
I do, but they're never going to go for that. Yeah, I do think that.
Okay, is it the players that don't want it? Is it the managers? Because I'm hearing
players
some different
don't
things
want that.
coming.
The players don't want to be capped.
Well,
Why would the players want to be capped?
Okay, I understand that. Then Mad Max, whatever, don't complain about the competitive balance. I don't even want to hear it from you if you're not willing to do something to solve the problem. And then the owners, too, as well. If Steinbrenner is going, I don't want to pay that much luxury tax, then stop complaining about it because this is what you chose, and you don't want to put a real cap in.
And that's why we're here.
That's what you guys chose, then you just got to live with it and shut up.
And that's why we're locked out. That's why we got labor unpeace.
And it sucks, and I love baseball, too, but football's still king. One more thing I want to ask you, Jeff, and I know you remember back in the day, this is football-related. You were talking football. USFL is coming back in the spring. I'm excited because it was good quality football before until Donald Trump put it against NFL, and it went straight downhill. It was good quality football, and I think that old USFL would have survived 4, 5, 6 years if they just stay where they're at in the spring. What do you think about the new USFL coming out, Jeff?
I think it's fine. I think it's just, I mean, I don't buy spring leagues. Oh, he's gone. I don't buy a spring league until I see one survive. I just, honestly, it doesn't interest me. I think while we love football, I just don't know that there's an appetite for minor league football competing against your baseball, your basketball. You know, they're up against the NCAA tournament. Are you going to watch? You going to watch conference basketball tournament? You're going to watch the New York Generals against the Rough Riders?
No.
What are you watching? There's no tradition there. There's no familiarity. There's what am I watching? Am I watching a bet? I don't know how to bet that stuff. I mean, it's like I'm rolling the dice just to have some action on it. I hope they succeed. I'm just not excited about it. It's like I used to think I'll watch any football. I've watched some of that, and I'm like, unless I've got an interest. When Hal Mumme was coaching Houston, I know Hal, so I root. I'll watch a little bit. It doesn't get me, man. Like I thought it would. Are you? You love football like I do, but are you excited?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Give me something to get excited about. I will. I'm not there yet. Jerry Palm, bottom of the hour means 8:30 to some of you. That's something to get excited about.
Never gonna get old.
Well, it's
so funny.
You get into your ways, and
of course,
I've been doing it it's part of how I speak, and I still think people understand it. The demand for security for homes and businesses is increasing every single day in this town. You add to that, some security businesses are changing the rules for current customers, and those customers are calling Aaron Jones at IPS. So now Aaron needs more officers. You are experienced law enforcement. If you are former military, if you have security experience, IPS needs you now. You'll be working for a company that's passionate about stopping crime, protecting homes, businesses, and families, making Albuquerque a better place to live. Call them at 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420 or visit ipsglobal.com. You can fill out an application online. You'll get world-class training. You'll protect and serve your community. And if you are looking for an alarm system in your home, IPS can install that for you. They'll respond if it goes off. IPS still responds to alarm systems that are not installed by them. But if you don't have one, they will set you up for unmatched security. Don't wait to be a victim. Sleep better at night knowing IPS is watching your business. Be confident during the day. They've got eyes on your home when you're not there. 505-897-2420. That's 505-897-2420 or visit them at ipsglobal.com.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games.
Home for Rome. The Jim Rome Show is up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Dan wants to know if JJ's out of eligibility. Jeffrey Yana Maria. Last night, Edward Abraham James told Trulio that they might be looking for an extra year for Terry Wilson. Is the Cumulus Compliance Office looking for an additional year of eligibility for JJ? I don't know. I mean, I think JJ will be back.
Yes.
Now, will he get the year of eligibility back is a really good question. I don't know. I don't know. Mike says Nunez's contract. Did Eddie Nunez just pull a Bobby Knight and use this to try to get more leverage for a new deal since his contract is almost up? No. First of all, I will tell you I know this for a fact. Eddie's not throwing his name out for these jobs, okay? There's search firms. Eddie's name is about as hot for these jobs as there is in America. And so there's interest. And like Eddie said yesterday, that means that what they're doing here is good, okay? Eddie's contract is up relatively soon, but he didn't need to do this to somehow get another contract. Like what do you think? UNM's gonna say, yeah, no, we don't want you. So sometimes I wonder, but no, I don't believe that to be the case. Lars is not going to the New Mexico Bowl. All right, Lars, I don't know what we're going to, should we shut her down? Not going to your game, Jeffy. The return of the Office Christmas Luncheon has been announced for December 18th, pending approval of the governor, because apparently food and drink repel, it says, but repel, I believe, is what he meant, COVID. P.S. When Lobo football was snubbed in 1982, there were 16 bowls. There are now almost that many on December 18th. Okay? I think Lars likes to beat up on the New Mexico Bowl. So you have more fun. I'm sure you'll have way more fun at the company Christmas luncheon. I think it's a good move on your part. The food will be better. The company will be better. Good move on your part, and we'll somehow survive without you, Lars. And you're right. There are more bowls today than there were in 1982. It's a very good observation by you. That is correct. And enjoy yourself, and somehow we will as well. Rudy, it's right on cue. What's up, Rudy?
You know, it's like the Psychic Friends hotline, right? So I got the psychic waves emanating to my home, and I decided to make a call. Excited about the New Mexico Bowl. People who have never been to the bowl game, and you know who's most excited about it are the teams that come here. I mean, I've talked to so many people that were just blown away by what the bowl game experience was as opposed to other bowl games they've been to. Probably the one that struck me the most was Bronco Mendenhall when he brought BYU here, because those guys had been a fixture in bowl games for years, and he was so impressed. I think that was the year that we had the cook-off, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did it the first 5 years, and I think that was the fifth year. That was when they beat UTEP that year.
Yeah, UTEP. So, you know, people who bang on the New Mexico Bowl probably have never been.
Promise.
It's the highlight of my college football season. It really is. And I encourage people out there, if you've never been, gather up your family. And, you know, they were talking about ratings, and I think we've had up to 2.3 million viewers, correct?
Up to 2.8, I want to say. I mean, our ratings have fluctuated over the years. And so, look, when the game's real close at halftime and coming down the stretch, you got better ratings than when the game's, what was San Diego State, 49-11 or whatever that game was, 48-11?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because people are there for the beginning, too. And the actual bowl experience, you know, the weather keeps holding like this, we're going to be out there in shorts. So
well, I won't hate that, by the way. Yeah.
Wanted to tell people, look, if you want to know anything about Lobo football, go to YouTube, listen to Danny Gonzalez's last press conference on the 30th. It's 37 minutes long. He lays it all out for you. People who think that he's a con man don't understand college football. I'm very interested in Tyler Keeney. I don't know. He's leaving UCLA, and I know he was very, very highly recruited by UNM. Who knows, you know? The transfer portal giveth and it taketh away, too. But maybe we get some things out of it that this football team needs going forward, and one of them would be a defensive lineman to replace Joey Noble, right?
Well, yeah, that would be one of them. There's a few needs there, but yes, that'd be a good one. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you could plug that Tyler Kinney kid in, and I guess he has 4 years of eligibility left, and maybe take a look at the New Mexico State quarterback and that one linebacker. Maybe they want to come up here where the grass is a little greener.
So you like their quarterback, huh? You want their quarterback. Look at you.
Well, I think we got to have a quarterback that can operate and not get hurt and is a tough guy. And Danny talks all about that and exactly how far behind we got because of COVID and the inability to do the things that other programs were doing. But it's all going to turn around, and as long as you have the coaches that he has, I believe in Rocky and Troy. And, you know, I'm really excited about the banquet. And that was the one thing that really bothered me when they got rid of the football banquet, because these young men work way too hard to not get some end-of-the-year recognition. So on December 11th, they're going to be there. The seniors are going to be in tuxedos like they used to be. They're going to have their uniform jersey framed so that they have a keepsake. Those are the things that make a program, and not having them really hurt. And so I think we're back where we need to be, and everybody I always say it, I think it's more enjoyable if you're there for the whole ride. You know, who wants to get on the roller coaster on the last 5 seconds of the ride? So get on the roller coaster, live with the ups and downs, and know that that's college football.
Yeah. All right, my friend. I'll see you tonight.
Okay, yes.
See you.
Looking forward to it.
Later. Thanks, Rudy. All right, let me clarify, too. I just want the deal on that last email. about Eddie trying to use this to get an extension. Look, they've been working on extension with Eddie and the university since the beginning of fall, and I'm 98% certain that it was finalized this last month. So Eddie's got a contract extension. He's not using these jobs to put UNM on notice or any of that. Okay, can we be very clear? So his extension is agreed upon. He's good. He doesn't need to go to Miami and say, hey, throw my name out there because I'm trying to get a new deal at New Mexico. So let's be down with that. And from everything I'm hearing also, and I'm again, I'll confirm this 100%. I'm at 99% on this. That Eddie has let Miami know that he's not interested in that athletic director job and has pulled his name out of consideration for that. All right. So I'm not telling you this is the last time you'll hear this, but what I'm telling you is I've got it confirmed that Eddie's taken his name out of consideration. He's told them that he's not interested in that athletic director position. Okay. And, will something ever come up, Auburn, something that's a whole nother conversation, but I think you can rest for a couple of weeks now. I'm going to move this, what we're supposed to do here. I'm going to move it so we can get Jerry on time. 505-246-0610. Jerry Palm coming up next from CBS Sports on the opening drive.
This message is brought to you by the 2021 New Mexico Bowl.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
It's actually kind of sad, the final week of college football. I'm not going to lie to you. Bowl season's going to come in after that, and then what are you going to do with your Saturdays? Like, honestly, clean the yard? Hang out with the, what are you going to do? It's opening drive, no JJ today, just me and Abe Marie. I say just. So it's just us.
Just us.
Back to your calls coming up in a little bit. We go into the final weekend of college football. It is conference championship weekend with so much on the line. Jerry Palm with CBSSports.com joins us on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Good day, sir. How you living?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Missed you during Thanksgiving. You have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah. We were in Indy. Didn't have our Thanksgiving until Friday.
That's right.
And then went to the Bucket game on Saturday. So
that's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good day. All right, I want to start, before we get into the games, bonkers week. I said on whatever day after Lincoln Riley left, we were talking about, I said, give me another coaching in the history of college football where guys left a top 5-6 program to go somewhere else while he's kind of in his prime and while they were at the top of the game, and the next day Brian Kelly does the same thing. Like we've never seen anything like this. How much of it had to surprise you, some of it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, gosh, you got to give Mike Bohn a lot of credit for keeping that thing under wraps.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nobody saw that coming. It's a great move, I think. I don't know that you're going to have long-term success. Short-term success, but long-term success is certainly possible. Lincoln Riley's done a good job recruiting Southern California for Oklahoma. He's going to bring some of the guys he had signed for Oklahoma with him to USC, but it's going to take a while for, a couple of years to get the talent in that they need to do the things that he likes to do right away. But it's a competitive environment where he can be successful quickly. It's a storied program that needs to be rebuilt, and they've got culture issues and things like that he's got to fix. So it's not an overnight fix, but there's no reason to be anything but optimistic that a few years from now USC could be back to competing for Pac-12 championships.
I think that's right. No, I think that's right. And then watching Brian Kelly leave, and it just sometimes it feels like a fish out of water. So there's everyone's. But I'll tell you, and I was totally wrong, and I felt this way when Matt Rule went from Temple to Baylor. I'm like, it just doesn't work. Like some things don't fit, and I was 100% wrong on that one. So I'm reserving judgment a little, but it just doesn't feel right.
You know, it's got to be a massive blow to the Notre Dame ego, which is also massive. To think that a coach, an active coach, not just active coach, but their all-time leading winner as a coach, would voluntarily leave the school. Yeah. I mean, that hasn't happened at Notre Dame in 150, like 1905.
Right.
Was the last time an active coach left for another job at Notre Dame. You know, that's considered the pinnacle, right? Or one of the pinnacles in college football, and he left for LSU.
And $100 million.
It's, well, yeah, but it's just, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, if you follow Notre Dame at all, that's a complete stunner, and that's, you know, that's just one of those things. Though it just goes to show you where college football is these days. That Notre Dame job isn't the pinnacle of college football anymore.
Yeah. I don't want to start on the games. I'm going to start kind of on the back end of this. If San Diego State beats Utah State, wins the Mountain West, and I know it's improbable and nobody thinks, but I've watched crazy things happen over the last bunch of weeks. If Houston beats Cincinnati, the New Year's 6 Group of 5 bid would go to the highest ranked Group of 5 champion. Now we're talking San Diego State or Houston. I looked at Houston. I'm told San Diego State's schedule is not very good. They beat a Utah team. Well, no, nor is Houston's. Who's Houston beat?
Yeah.
It would be Cincinnati.
No. That's. I mean, there are no good Group of 5 schedules.
Right.
They're all bad.
So why would Houston jump
in the rankings that have terribly rated schedules?
So why would Houston jump the Aztecs? Because I'm hearing that
because they beat Cincinnati.
Okay.
At Cincinnati. It would be the better win. They'd get that juice. I mean, it's not guaranteed they jump San Diego State, but I would bet they jump San Diego State. And it's because of the win at beating, you know, number 5 or 4 Cincinnati at Cincinnati.
And that's better than beating Utah before they changed their quarterback at home.
It's not even close.
No, I get it. But what about the rest of the schedule? Who's a better league this year? I mean, and I know Boise State was down. But Boise State, Fresno State, Nevada, you look at what they went through. What's better?
Better league?
I would absolutely argue that schedule is better than the American schedule.
Yeah, they're both bad. You're picking between which tomato is more rotten. Sorry, they're just not good enough to nitpick the schedule. The win over Cincinnati at Cincinnati would be what carries the day.
All right. Jerry Palm's with us, CBSSports.com. All right. So there's 2 extreme scenarios, okay? Alabama beats Georgia. Michigan wins. Oklahoma State wins. Cincinnati wins. Yep. Who's left out?
Yeah, probably Oklahoma State, but not guaranteed. You're looking at a Cincinnati team with a schedule that's going to rank poorly, you know, in the 90s probably, versus an Oklahoma State team. And the Big 12 schedules are not great by power conference standards, but their schedule will be closer to the 40s, maybe even 30s. So it's a significantly better schedule with a loss to Iowa State, who's not ranked and not going to be ranked, and but 3 top 15 wins if they win that game. And Cincinnati will have played a worse schedule, but will have a win at
Notre Dame.
number 5 Notre Dame. Yeah. So I think they lean Cincinnati. I think it's hard to leave an undefeated team out in that situation.
All right. The other extreme, and I believe it's going to be somewhere in the middle what happens, but the other extreme is Georgia beats Alabama. Somehow Iowa beats Michigan. Oklahoma State loses to Baylor. And, I mean, let's say Cincinnati loses. Well, Cincinnati wins. So then Cincinnati's in. So now you're looking at Cincinnati, Notre Dame, Georgia, and who?
Probably Baylor. Although it could be Iowa.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, because Baylor's starting from a better position, but Iowa would have just beat the number 2 team.
Yeah, it would be a better win.
Yeah, it certainly would be a better win. And Iowa would have played, even though they're in the weaker of the 2 divisions, Iowa would have played a better schedule. But I think that's a pretty close call. That's about the only way Iowa can get in, and obviously it would help them more if Cincinnati lost too.
Well, Notre Dame needs 3 of them to lose, right? Notre Dame needs Alabama, Cincinnati, or Oklahoma State or Michigan to lose, right? They need 3 of those 4.
They need at least 2 of those 4 if the committee doesn't hold the fact that their coach quit against them, which
Well,
Gary Barta kind of implied they might.
That's ridiculous, by the way.
I agree. Could not agree more.
I mean,
That's
it's bonkers.
All of the rest of the coaching staff is staying. They're going to promote by the time Sunday rolls around. They'll have promoted Freeman, the defensive coordinator, to the head coaching job. I just think that, I mean, look, Brian Kelly didn't throw any passes.
I was just going to say, I watched a lot of football, man. I didn't see him.
Staff, the head coach is not unimportant, but the coaching staff, if the coaching staff is at all cohesive, they can take over for the head coach with a month to prepare.
Yeah.
Come on.
I totally agree with you. Brian Kelly got no passes, dropped no passes. Those kids. You're going to penalize those kids if they're in that position because their coach went and took $95 million somewhere else. If that happens, and I don't think we're going to get there, but if that happens, that exposes everything that's wrong with college. That would anger me so much because now you're telling me it's not about the student athletes at all. It's all about.
Well, and look, I'm like the least favored person, for Notre Dame. Yeah, but that would just be wrong. That would be egregiously wrong.
All right. So now there's all those scenarios. What do you think happens?
Georgia wins.
I agree.
The original scenario you talked about. Actually, you talked about Alabama.
No, so you think it's Georgia, Michigan,
Cincinnati
wins, and Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State wins, and those are your four.
I agree. So you and I are lock stock on this. The one that to me, the outlier is Oklahoma State and Baylor. So if Baylor beats Oklahoma State, Cincinnati, Michigan, and Georgia win, then is it Notre Dame that gets in?
Actually,
or is it Alabama with 2 losses? Because then who's the fourth?
I think the decision is Alabama, Notre Dame, or possibly Baylor, who just beat Oklahoma State.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And with also with 2 losses, but a conference champion, which Alabama is not and Notre Dame is not. So
and then I would go
Notre
down.
Dame,
Look,
Notre Dame has no wins against anybody in the current top 25 because Wisconsin went all the way from 14 to out after losing to Minnesota. So if you were to expand to 30, you'd probably have Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Purdue. Notre Dame beat 2 of those teams, but they don't expand to 30. So, but they don't have a win over a team in the rankings, and unless there's some upsets in some of the Group of 5 games, they're probably not going to have a win over a team in the rankings, Notre Dame, and that's an issue. Alabama would have beaten Mississippi. Lost to A&M and Georgia. I think for Alabama to have a chance, they have to be competitive with Georgia. If they get, if it's a 2-touchdown game or even a 10-point game, I don't think they're going to make it. Then it's Notre Dame and Baylor.
Jerry,
I kind of like Baylor.
With all due respect, Mississippi, the Ole Miss game is Alabama's best win. After that, what's their best win?
No, that's it. That's their only win over a team in the rankings, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, their other wins, Arkansas was ranked, Florida was ranked, but they're not.
Arkansas is still in the rankings.
Okay. So there's your only other team that they beat that's ranked. Like, with all due respect, I get it. They play in the SEC, and it's tougher than what. Okay, but you can't sit here and tell me that everybody else has these horrible schedules, and then say, well, look what Alabama has to do every week. Well, they beat New Mexico State, and they beat Mercer. I mean, stop it.
Yeah, so if you're talking about Notre Dame, who doesn't really have a win of consequence, Baylor, who would have avenged their one of their losses. Their other loss was TCU. That's not good.
Okay.
But I don't know. I kind of lean Baylor, but I don't think it's Alabama.
It can't be.
It's a really competitive game.
Yeah, it just can't be.
I think it's either Notre Dame or Baylor. I kind of lean in Baylor.
All right. Let's do it next Thursday. We'll have bowl matchups. Maybe we'll talk.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk on Sunday at some point.
I hope so.
It's a busy time for all of us. I'm looking forward to it. Always appreciate the conversation. Read him every day over on CBSSports.com. Follow him on the Twitter. It's at JP Palm CBS. He is the one and only Jerry Palm. We'll catch you next week. Be well.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, Jerry. I enjoy that. But is it all right that I come up on him a little bit? I'm like, you can't tell me that strength of schedule matters here. And he agrees with me. I mean, look at Alabama's schedule and tell me how great it is. Oh, they're playing the SEC. No, I got it. Who the hell they beat? They beat Ole Miss. After that, tell me where their impressive win is. You can't find it. You know why? Because it's not there. Oh, but who's Cincinnati? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque.
With Jerry today. Really enjoyed it. It's good stuff when we get here. And there's a lot of opinion, and he basically poo-pooed. I wanted to argue with him more in the Mountain West schedule, but where was I going to go? I mean, he doesn't think Fresno State, Nevada are worth. Like, ask Oregon how good Fresno State is. I mean, go ahead, ask Oregon, ask UCLA. Well, UCLA is not very good. Well, then we're talking about there's just 20 good teams in the country, and basically there's only 20 quality wins on the schedule. You can't lose to A&M; they're not ranked. Well, you can't lose to TCU. They're not ranked. This is where these and I guess the conversations that are being had in these rooms are just like that. But I will tell you that Fresno State is a good team that beat UCLA at the Rose Bowl. That's it. Well, who did UCLA beat? All right. That darn near beat Oregon. Who'd Oregon beat? Oh, Ohio State in the horseshoe. That's right. That is 9-3 with a first team all-conference quarterback. Nevada went 8-4, lost 3 games by 2 points. Lost to Fresno State by 2. Lost to San Diego State, who's ranked 19th in the country, by 2. Lost to Air Force, who's a 9-win team, by 2. Did they beat Oregon State? I think it was. I'm struggling a little bit to do when you tell me that the Mountain West is there's nothing there. But that's the national perception. If you're not as far as Jerry's concerned, there's no good wins in the Pac-12. There's no good wins in the SEC West. That's LSU. That's Texas A&M. That's Ole Miss. Well, that's a good win, and that's Mississippi State and Auburn. Auburn's 6-6. That's not considered a good win. Their win in the Iron Bowl is not considered a good win. That's when we're having this conversation. When I say to you who they beat, you would always say they beat Auburn. Well, Auburn's 6-6, so it's not even. This is how bonkers our world is right now. We're dissecting this. Well, that's not that good. But well, San Diego State, yeah, they beat Utah. Yeah, Utah's playing for the Pac-12 championship, but it's only the Pac-12, and they beat them at home. And they went 3 overtimes, and that was before Utah changed quarterback. So, I mean, is it really that good of a win? Yes. But it can't be because it's only San Diego State who did it. We get so skewed by, well, they play, but yet Alabama, but they got to be, I mean, hell, if they lose to Georgia, I mean, they might still be in with 2 losses. How? Well, Jeff, they play in the SEC West. Okay. And you just went through and told me that they're not that good. And they beat Mercer and San Diego State, or Mercer and New Mexico State for 2 of their wins. Okay. So help me here. They lost to Texas A&M. They beat Mississippi State, and Florida, who fired their coach in a 6-6. I mean, you can't talk out of both sides all the time. I'm looking at Alabama. They beat a Miami team who was bad. They beat Mercer. They beat a bad Florida team by 2. They beat Southern Mississippi. So their non-conference schedule was Miami, Mercer, Southern Miss, and New Mexico State. Stop it. Then they beat Ole Miss. That was convincing. That's their best win. They lose to A&M. They pound Mississippi State. They beat Tennessee. They barely got by a not good LSU. That's the same LSU you're telling me that UCLA beat, and it's not a good win. They beat the hell out of New Mexico State. Nice, impressive win over Arkansas. And they got by Auburn by 2 in triple overtime. But, Jeff, they're Alabama, and they play in the SEC. The definitions are so skewed. Well, I mean, the eye test, did you see them? Yeah, I saw them. Every damn week, I can't get away from them. They're on my TV everywhere. Yeah, I saw them. 505-246-0610. Got another hour. Looking forward to having these conversations with you. Glad you're with us. Thanks for remembering. You're listening to The Opening Drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach
o'clock in the morning. 7 a.m., where have you been? 7 a.m., where is your brother?
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is The Opening Drive with two-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and J.J. Buck.
7 a.m., where have you been? It's now 9 a.m., where is your brother? Who is that? Do you know who does that tune?
No.
Nor does me.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, I'm curious. It's The Opening Drive. What is good? Jeff and A. Marie. JJ will be back one day.
One day.
I'm told JJ will join us, sit 4 feet across from me. Looking forward to that day as well. 246-0610 is how to get to us today. 888-922-0610. All right, so I don't know if you'll like this or you won't.
Oh, boy.
But I got this from Les. It says Q Grady with Jerry Palm bashing in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, boy. I don't like it. I don't like it already.
All right, you want to go to the phones?
No, go ahead. I'm kidding. You
5. Q Grady with Jerry Palm bashing in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, Grady.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Look at the magic. I mean, hocus freaking pocus. What's up?
You know, Jeff, everything you just said prior to the break is exactly why, well, we can't have that conversation about.
That's not today's conversation. We're not doing that today.
Right. I have to say, but everything you just said before,
no, I got it.
Is a perfect example. And I would even add this. I would add that the polls, especially the preseason polls, the people creating those rankings, it's all subjective.
All right, but those don't matter. So let's at least give this new system that. The only poll that matters is the CFP poll, and that doesn't come out until mid-October, and it's by those 10 people who sit in that room that don't vote in the AP or the coaches poll. So can we at least give them, when they created this, they didn't do a preseason, they waited until you're halfway, a little more than through the season to start the ranking system?
Well, I guess my answer in a word is no.
Okay.
Because those 10 people are looking at strength of schedule. Okay, well, strength of schedule is based upon what? Our expert was telling us, well, so-and-so had this many wins over ranked teams and things like that and all that. Well, the CFP didn't rank them, but somebody ranked them. So rankings matter, and rankings matter to those 10 people creating the CFP poll. And rankings are subjective. And I think you laid it out perfectly. Teams can beat other teams. There's a reason that things are played out on the field versus on paper or on the CFP polls or wherever outside of the 100-yard field. So with that said, I want to talk about Lincoln Riley and Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
And well, let's not forget that the guy down in Alabama stacking up rings, that's not the only place he's coached. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's had 2 or 3 or
he was at LSU. He won a championship at LSU. Was with the Dolphins. No, he moved too.
Right. So it's not like it's really unheard of, and maybe those guys just wanted different challenges, new challenges, and not necessarily run. I think we overanalyze. Well, they're running from the SEC and they're this and that. No, versus. Maybe he just wants a different, better challenge, and
which, by the way, pays him a boatload more money.
I'm gonna say, and the huge amount of jack doesn't hurt. So it's one. I think that when we talk about it's the college football, it's the purity of the game, the sanctity of the game. Was it really that sanctimonious? Was it really that pure? Versus it's just some ideal that we had. Of how things used to be, whereas you could lock in a player for 4 years, or you could ban a player from going somewhere, and it's like we don't like the idea of players and coaches being able to go, oh my goodness, wherever they want to go, play and coach. And as fans, we feel betrayed, and you hear the word loyalty, and that cracks me up every single time. Loyalty. Yeah. Okay, that's not the reason why those kids go play wherever they go. It's not out of a sense of loyalty versus a sense of opportunity. And schools, you there?
Yep. Oh, I'm
okay,
still here.
sorry, it was a click. And schools, they hopefully can develop enough of a culture, they can develop enough of a place where kids enjoy going to school that when the coach that they went there to play for leaves, maybe some of those kids will stay. So, like Lenny said earlier, the fact that kids can transfer without sitting out a year, that now, what I think, levels the playing field. So I don't have an issue with those guys leaving, and I think it's something I think it's going to be good for
Let me ask you this.
football.
How long have you been in your job? Just curious.
My current job, I've been here going on eight, 9 years.
That's a long time, right? That's a long time.
Right.
And you start thinking about, well, he's only been here 8 years. He's only been here 5 years. Start thinking about the window for your professional career. I don't care what you do. You, me, anybody. Coaches. What's the window? Now, the window for a head coach is probably from age 40 to age 65. Is that fair? About a 25-year window.
Yeah.
And if you're in a place for 8 to 10 years, and you probably were, he was at Cincinnati and he was wherever he was. So what's a long time? He was at Notre Dame for 10 years. He's the winningest coach there. That's a long time.
That's
do you
a long
want, Do you want to go
time,
do something? How long? Like, I've been doing this for a long time, right? This particular show. But how long? If you get an opportunity to go do something, the majority of us, most of us, don't stay in a job for 16, 20 years, right? And by the way, if they don't want you, they're going to tell you to get the hell out.
Exactly. One thing I tell my staff all the time is, look, if you guys win the lottery or get hit by the beer, we're advertising for this position tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if there's another opportunity that comes up, take it. And I'm with you. If someone wants to offer me obscene amount of jack to call in local radio shows, I'm handing in my resignation tomorrow.
Let me be very clear. We all have a window, and we build up, and whatever your highest earning potential years are, there's a window. Whatever your years are to earn that money, you owe it to you and your family to take care of that. And for you and me, maybe a different ballpark than Brian Kelly, right? I don't know that anybody's going to offer us $100 million. But whatever your window is in your profession, if you're an athlete, it's probably from 26 to 32. If you're a coach, it's probably in your 50s, right? Whatever it is you do, there's going to be a window of your prime earning years, and it will close. And for you to take and to take advantage of opportunities and challenges, and to go better yourself professionally. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know what's best for Brian Kelly or Lincoln Riley or anybody but myself. And sometimes I don't know what the hell's best for me, right? And so it's weird to sit here now when stuff comes out of your mouth that's hypocritical. You can have that conversation. Well, he said this and did this. Okay, that's a conversation. But, I mean, like I said, if you didn't like him, you'd have run him the hell out of town. Now, you'd have given him $18, $20 million, however is left on his contract to go, and we'd all be happy with that, Ed Orgeron, right? But we're so hypocritical, and we're all so quick to judge when put yourself there. What would you have done? And I'm going to guess the majority of you, it's the Alford thing all over again at a different level.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And back to one last thing as far as, they didn't like the way he did it. Look, I'm sorry.
How do you want him to do it?
Kids, D1 athletes, especially D1 football players at power conference schools, they know it's a business. They know what they're walking into. And if you don't, then then you're naive. Shame on you and your family if you think that it's some great, loyal, some type of institution. Coaches come and go, and players can come and go. Just be ready to take advantage of your opportunity, and don't complain about it.
That's good stuff. All right, man. Thanks.
Appreciate the time.
By the way, the last 3 coaches at LSU all won national championships. He's trying to get in that line. Now, they don't just hand them to you, but Nick Saban and the Mad Hatter and Orgeron. Went to Kansas and Les Miles. They've all won. It's what we do, and I get it. We all criticize, but you just start thinking, what would you do? And what's your prime earning time? And it's all different for all of us. We hope that window's as wide as it can be, and at some point, we want to set ourselves up and our family as best we can.
Yes.
What would you do? What would you do? Now, as far as what's the right way to do it, you only spent a couple minutes with the players, and you sent a text. What do you want him to do? Again, word leaked out. Should he have let every one of them know that he was talking to them first? No. Word leaked. He saw it. He sent him a text. Sorry you had to hear this way. Now, my love for you is limitless. Is a little 80 cheesy love song-ish for me, but okay, that's your deal. And then he met with him in the morning. Oh, it was only 2 minutes. Well, only 11 minutes. What the hell did you want him to say? Now, I'll give you this. He should have stayed in that room, and maybe he did, as long as everybody had a question and answered every one of them. He did own that. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I wasn't in that room. But there's no right way to do it. It's an imperfect situation, and it was handled imperfectly. But I listening to a better way to handle it. I'm not a Brian Kelly guy. I got no love for Brian Kelly. I don't know him. I've never met him. He's never given me the warm fuzzy. I'm not like I don't pull for Brian. There's nothing there that does it for me. But I'm sitting here defending him because what did you want him to do? Where's? Tell me. I'm listening. The better way to handle it is what? Well, he shouldn't have gone. Okay, that's not handling it. That's the wrong answer. Listening. 505-246-0610. I'll get you some emails on it as well. Can I get you over to All In Autographs? Can I just go by there? 2225 Wyoming Northeast, just south of Manal at the Hoffmantown Plaza. It is a museum of a store. It is a beautiful, world-class sports, entertainment, and music collectible destination. Signed, beautiful memorabilia. And as we're in the holiday season, you will find something you want. You will. I promise you will. You're going to want something, that special wow gift, and you're going to want something for yourself. They got a red and green sale going on right now. Red and green stickers on selected items throughout the store. Those are 20 to 40% off. All of them means every one of them. All the framed jerseys in the store, 20% off through the end of the year. Tell them I told you about it. Tell them you heard it from Jeff, or I heard it on the radio, or I heard it on the Sports Hour, I heard it on the opening drive, or Jeff 95.9, whatever. $50 off an item of $200 or more. Go by, start your holiday shopping, get it done. Ask them about their VIP club. You can become a member, you get a monthly newsletter, you get invited to events, you get a gift every month. All In Autographs is a special, special spot, and we are lucky to have it. 505-705, let me give you the number again, 505-504-7575. 505-504-7575. Their website is allinautograph.com, and go see them at 2225 Wyoming Northeast. It's All In Autographs, remembering the greats, celebrating legacies through autographs, sports, music, entertainment, and history memorabilia.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport. including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA.
Sports Animal.
What's up?
By the way, that song was The Deep Blue Something.
The Deep Blue, that's the name of the band? The Deep
Yeah.
Blue something?
And the title of the song is 7 a.m.
Oh, of course it is. It's good. All right. Sorry to AC. I just now saw your email asking if I could ask Jerry his thoughts on Jerry Kill going to New Mexico State. We can do it next time. We'll have another time with our good friend Jerry Palm. We're, by the way, we're pretty fortunate to get Jerry every Thursday. Like
He's
a
awesome.
pretty good national, like a really well-respected national personality that spends 10 to 12 minutes with us here in Albuquerque every Thursday. I sent him a nice swag bag of New Mexico Bowl stuff because there's no Sports Animal swag. So I send him a New Mexico Bowl swag pack every year at the end of this, but I appreciate him. 505-246-0610 is how to get to us. 888-922-0610. Travis, good day, sir.
Good morning, Jeff. How are you?
I'm good. How you living?
Hey, look, man. Happy Friday Eve. You know what I mean? That's how
what
I'm
Thursday
living.
can be, yeah.
Look, I want to touch on the Brian Kelly situation in some of the comments, but I have to tell you that I still have not got over the fact that in a nationally televised game on ESPN, there was a blackout, right? Like, we have such a difficulty around the country trying to let people know that New Mexico is a state. That in a nationally televised game, you blow out your transformer, you have a blackout on campus. President Biden is considering whether or not to send FEMA aid to New Mexico State University. Like,
yeah. All right, so
get
a couple things.
Together.
A couple.
Seriously.
Things. So it was a nationally streaming game. It wasn't nationally televised. But that's
hey,
good.
hey, look. Don't start defending him, Jeff.
And I
Don't start
try
defending
to
him.
explain to people this rivalry's different. I mean, it's just now you guys don't understand. This is a different rivalry, and see what I mean? It was a different rivalry, and the lights went out. Yeah, the lights went out.
Yeah, man, that game was so hot it blew the roof off the building. Literally, I heard the ESPN truck was on fire outside.
Yeah, I heard it was the Aggie Vision truck that they were using, and I heard it fried it when the lights, when the power went down. Yeah, I heard bad things.
What
about
an oxymoron that is. Aggie Vision, that's hilarious.
Yeah, they do a nice job, actually. They do a really nice job. Nice HD
Well,
truck.
yeah, but anyone trying to tune into that game didn't have vision. That game was out on TV.
That's a fair point. That is right.
Look, I think I think this conversation about the Brian Kelly situation and this loyalty stuff is just absurd, because we all know, every single person listening to this radio broadcast, anyone who's ever held the job knows that at any moment your employer can walk in and hand you your walking papers and tell you to kick rocks.
That's correct.
And so, the at any moment that can happen, regardless of contracts or any of that situation. And I would love to know, where are all of the people who are complaining about the Brian Kelly situation, complaining about the litany of coaches that we have cut loose from UNM before their contracts have expired?
And paid.
Like, I don't hear none of those people calling in and talking about, look, you can't cut Paul Weir 2 years early. No, you can't cut Bob Davie. I don't hear any of that. It seems to me that the loyalty pledge in this conversation always goes one way.
That's right.
Fans are pissed when coaches leave and have no feelings
Travis,
whatsoever
let me explain
when we
something.
hand a coach a walking.
We
their
all
walking
want
paper.
things done on our terms. Let's be very, very clear. You, me, them, whoever them is, the Van Patten family, they, right? We all want, it's got to be done on my terms. Let's be very clear. Coaches don't care about the fans when it comes down to it, right? I mean, ultimately, now there's some who do more than others, but what's their obligation? Their obligation is to their family and them. And honestly, fans don't care about coaches. How many fans, like, you love your coach when he's here, all right? And these, let's just, Global Fan is like any other fan. You love Rocky Long, you love Danny Gonzalez, you love Richard Pitino, you love Ray Birmingham. But how much love does Lobo Fan have for Bob Davie or Mike Loxley or Craig Neal or Paul Weir or pick 'em, Jeff Nelson, pick 'em. And so it's kind of a rented affection, if you will, and that's it's fine. That's business, and that's your loyalty, and I don't have a problem with it. But your point is 100%, and the loyalty. I love the word. I love the sentiment. I love what it should mean. But it doesn't, and it doesn't in your profession either, whoever you are, whatever it is you're doing. As much as you want to be loyal to your job, your firm, your company, if something comes along, you're going to look at it, what makes it better for my life, for my family, and hopefully your employer will understand that, and you can have a good relationship. But that's just, it's hard lessons to learn, and people who are just so upset about this, put yourself in those shoes and be honest and look in the mirror. Would you really? You wouldn't have gone?
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree with you. Great point. And I would also say that, like, to your point, yeah, people love Rocky Long, but we seem to overlook the last few years when the fans here were trying to run him out of the state.
No doubt.
And everybody loved Coach Gonzalez. I love him. I love the fact that obviously he has a lot of roots in this state, and that means a ton to me, to us, to the Lobo fan base, and to the state of New Mexico. There's no doubt about that. But if he keeps having these types of seasons that he had last year and this year, and by the way, I want to be very clear, I think he is going to turn Lobo football around. I support him. I think it's going to be great. But if he does that a couple more seasons, there is no love lost with this fan base. They will be chasing his ass out of the state as well. So don't talk to me about loyalty. It's a bunch of crap. Loyalty does not flow one way. There is no loyalty in employment, period. Thanks. I really appreciate the time.
It's terrific. It's just terrific. And Danny knows it. He's here to win. Richard Pitino told me the other day. I mean, I'm here to win. I'm paid to win. I know it. Danny said it on our show. He said, if I don't get this thing turned around in 5 years, I'm out of here. You're going to get rid of me and bring in someone else. I get it. He gets it. Loyalty is a wonderful word. Loyalty is a wonderful sentiment. When it comes to business, and make no doubt, make no mistake, make no misnomer, athletics is a business. When it comes to business, loyalty is a very rare thing, and that's okay because it works both ways. And every one of us, me and you, we all like to think we're very loyal. I'm loyal. And I think I'm loyal. I think I'm loyal to the people. But at some point, you're going to be presented an opportunity in your life, in your professional life, most of us. All right, how loyal are you? And how loyal do you need to be? To whom are you loyal? Are you supposed to be more loyal to your family? or to your employer. Your employer's been very good to you. They provided for your family, right? You've had a job for X number of years at your firm, at your company, at your place of employment, whatever it is. They've been very good to you. They gave you an opportunity. You've grown. You've gotten to this point. You're middle management, and you're doing well, and you're sending your kids to private school. And a competitor, or maybe it's even another line of work, another industry, another field, comes along and you've developed relationships somewhere along the line, and boom, here's an opportunity. And you can, in Brian Kelly's case, double his salary. But let's just say you can increase your salary by 30% and your hours, you have more flexibility. To whom are you loyal? To your family where you can provide better? Or to that company who's been very good to you and allowed you to grow? I think I know the answer. And that's not wrong. And that's kind of just where we are. We're kind of reliving, A-Marie, and you weren't here, when Alfred went to UCLA. Now, it was much more passionate because it hit home, right?
My mom was mad.
Why? Because how could he do that? Because he said he loved it here and he was going to sign a 10-year deal or whatever? Okay. And then UCLA came and said, instead of 1.2, we'll give you 2.6, and you get an opportunity to go to UCLA. Right? It feels like that same conversation. That's what kind of I feel like we saw this week. We saw two men at the top of their profession. Two men at the top of their profession. Both of them at top 10 programs. Considered destination jobs at Oklahoma and Notre Dame. Notre Dame been considered the Mecca forever. Offered opportunities for more money and kind of a fresh start. I mean, now, for Lincoln Riley going to SC, he gets more leeway, by the way. He gets more runway. He gets more of a honeymoon, although not much, at USC because they're so down. Okay? But you get a fresh start. Kind of exciting, invigorating to get a fresh start. You just started a new job a few months ago. Is it kind of fun for you? Like the energy, the excitement, what it could be, right?
I think you are being very logical, Jeff. I think sports fans are just, we're passionate.
No, I get it. I get passion's fair too.
And we're, I don't know, crazy.
Okay.
Don't leave us.
Yeah, that's how it is, unless I want you to leave. Don't
Facts.
leave. And therein lies Travis's point. Don't leave us unless I tell you to get the hell out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hear anybody telling Paul Weir, hey, don't leave us. Did you hear anybody telling Bob Davey, don't leave us? But if Paul Weir would have got a job somewhere else and left us, how could he do that? 505-246-0610. On the Spot Automotive Detailing details my vehicle. Details, clean, inside, outside, under the hood, wherever, whenever it's convenient for me. They came out. I'm busy, man. You're busy. They were busy too, out in the parking lot. They've detailed my vehicle to the point where when I went out, it was like I just took it off the lot. I want you to think about this, all right, as we're in the holiday season. On the Spot Automotive, and I've told you this for, I think, 3, 4, 5 years now. This is a great gift. So to me, what are great holiday gifts? Something that person will not purchase for themselves, but they will love. And this is. I mean, this is On the Spot Automotive Detailing, and they're now offering the option to buy gift cards. Here, right now, it's cold. It's getting colder. Nobody wants to go outside, clean their car, detail their car. And by the way, as good as you think you are, you're not as good as they are. Call On the Spot Automotive Detailing. Get your car detailed at your convenience and talk to them about gifts and get some gifts clicked off your list. The number's 505-859-2859. 505-859-2859. You can book online or take a look at everything they've got at otsdetailing.com. On the Spot Automotive Detailing. I love them.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale.
Morning, feeling in a weird mood. Busier than hell. Bowl game coming up on 2 weeks away.
Season.
By the way, tickets are on sale for the New Mexico Bowl. You should get them. It's going to be really fun.
December 18th.
Was watching on Channel 4 last night. They had the Jennifer Reardon Foundation was out doing their kindness telethon, basically call in acts of kindness. And so excited to have Mike and the foundation out, and they're hoping to reach their goal of having 1 million acts of kindness. Remember, they kicked it off at Isotopes Park during an Isotopes game. That would be Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park during the season, with the intent of logging 1 million acts of kindness in Albuquerque and presenting that at the New Mexico Bowl. And I'm looking forward to having that, and assuming they're going to get there, another right on track, right on the cusp. But we'll have the Jennifer Reardon Foundation out there for the Kickoff for Kindness. You'll see some really cool, I think, really cool markings on the playing surface for the Jennifer Reardon Foundation, the Kickoff for Kindness, and just so looking forward. I reached out to educators yesterday. One of our partners, Targus, has purchased tickets, and they wanted to honor educators. And so I've gone through the Golden Apple Foundation of New Mexico, and we've got some teachers and educators who are going to be our guests, fire and first responders, sheriff's department, APD, just a lot of people that we're inviting out, and a lot of our partners have purchased tickets and want these people to be our guests at the game. So I'm just looking forward to saying thank you to all these wonderful, wonderful heroes who have just been getting us through this pandemic. I know we're not through yet, but that's going to be a big part of what we do at the New Mexico Bowl. All right, 505-246-0610. Let's go. Vince, good morning. Thanks for holding. What's up?
Hey, good morning, Jeff. Hey, I wanted to chime in on the coach talk that you were just referencing, but shameless plug for the New Mexico Bowl. Great game. Get out there if you haven't gotten out there. But do not forget, probably my favorite part of it is Friday afternoon, Friday evening, the pep rally, the Battle of Bands, Battle of Mascots.
Yeah.
If you love pageantry of college football, get out to Old Town. That's typically where it is.
That is where it is.
That is an awesome thing to experience.
Thank you. Appreciate
but yeah, excited about that. Anyway, back to the coach talk. I think you're spot on with the loyalty point. Kids can, if they don't, if it's not working for them in a particular program, they have a transfer portal. They can back out. Everyone should be able to do what's best in their interest. And I get some kids, kids get recruited based on the fact who the coach is and stuff, but things change. Programs change, and coaches should have this opportunity as well. I kind of laugh at the fact that Lincoln Riley's not going to SEC because he's afraid of the competition there. Yeah, I think that's an absolute joke. And when you look at the last 2 decades, okay, I'll give you the fact that the SEC, primarily Alabama, has dominated. But you look at the 2 decades before that, SEC only won a couple national championships. And I think that there's kind of a turning of the tide. I think the Big Ten is starting to kind of show its prowess, and I think that there's going to be a change in regard. Georgia's a great team this year, probably odds-on favorite and stuff. But I don't think Lincoln Riley's even thinking about the SEC. This is a great opportunity for him. Rebuild a national power that's kind of down and out right now. This is a wonderful opportunity for him. Southern Cal, I mean, it's great, And so I don't think it's the competition at all. I think it's just a great opportunity for him. It's time to move. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with that program.
Yeah, I always laugh at the, he's running from it. He doesn't get it. He's afraid of it. Run from what, man? I mean, hasn't he kind of done pretty well where he is? And is it easier? I'll give you the one argument I will buy a little bit. Is it easier to win there? Like in the Pac-12, I'll buy that. Yeah, I think it's going to be easier to win the Pac-12.
But take a look at the SEC. You look at the SEC East. They talk about week in, week out. Oh, it's a gauntlet. Really? Is Tennessee and South Carolina and Vanderbilt, is that really a gauntlet?
Well, I'll ask you this here. Was the SEC West a gauntlet? I mean, with all due respect, and I just had this conversation with Jerry Palm. Like, look at Alabama. And they're Alabama. Look who they beat. Who'd they beat? Like, they beat Ole Miss, who's ranked 12th. LSU is a 6-win team, if I'm not mistaken. They beat Florida, who's a 6-win team. They lost to A&M. They beat Mississippi State, everybody tells me that all I hear is, well, who'd they play? Alabama's best win is Ole Miss. Good. It's a good win. But if they lose to Georgia, they're going to be a 2-win team. Their non-conference schedule was Mercer, Southern Mississippi, New Mexico State, and a bad Miami team this year. They barely beat Miami. They barely got by. If you're going to use the schedule, who they beat criteria for everybody else, don't you have to for Miami, or is it just, well, they're Miami and look what they've done over all these years?
Exactly. Great point. Thanks, Jeff.
All right, see you. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'm not disrespecting the SEC. But they also can have down years just like everybody else. I know the narrative is so solid, like, well, they're the SEC. They're so great. Are they that, though? But honestly, let's put the SEC top to bottom, and we're never going to know the answer because you're all going to tell me different. But, I mean, is Tennessee better than UCLA? Is LSU better than USC? I mean, I got it. I got eyes, too. I know what I'm watching this year. Hello, Terry.
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, A-Marie.
Good morning.
Briefly, maybe A-Marie, close yours, but Green Bay's Big Toe's 38th birthday today, so he's moving on. The lockout, it reminds me that Pete Rozelle probably had the greatest influence as a commissioner 55, 60 years ago when he went to the owners of the NFL and said, we have to have revenue sharing. And, that's what's made everybody have a chance. And I think that when he convinced Mara and some of the other owners to do that, that was, a big deal. Some of the national talk shows drive me crazy because now it is like Kornheiser's like Oklahoma State. Well, lost Iowa State. Let's find a reason to leave them out. But
Yeah,
then
you can't have a bad week in conference. People don't understand. Those guys are on scholarship too. Their coaches are getting paid millions of dollars. They got really good at. Well, they're only 4-6. They're only 4-8. They can't be good. Look, those guys have good athletes who are on scholarship too, and sometimes in conference, sometimes you get beat, but you're not allowed.
Yeah, exactly. And then, it's the consistency or lack thereof that drives me crazy, because it'll be 1 year. Conference championships mean something. That was the year TCU. They were third going into the last week, and then they won by 50 points or 51-3 and went from third to sixth because all of a sudden conference championship was important. But now Notre Dame doesn't have a conference championship. They don't have a top 25 win, but let's find a reason to put them in. And yes, I kind of on Notre Dame because I think they've done, it's been bad for college football, them not joining a conference and anything. But then it's like the rules change week to week. And that's why, especially like Lincoln Riley going to USC, because I think it helps everything out west. Because Jerry Palm was, being honest in his mind, but it was like, Mountain West, Pac-12. You got to get something in there, to fire it up, and then people watch it. Because like you said, you watch all these games. You've got to pick teams for a bowl. Is people really watching them? Pac-12? Are they watching the Mountain West?
Well, the narrative is there's but there's only 20 good wins then. I mean, there's only 20 good wins available in college football, right? You can only beat Ohio State and Michigan. And if that's the case, then the best win in college football this year was Cincinnati going on the road and beating Notre Dame at Notre Dame. If that is that what the rankings are telling me? Then that's the or was it Texas A&M's win over Alabama, or was it Michigan State beating number 2 Michigan? What's the best win of the year? Oregon going to Ohio State. Now they both have 2 losses. You just can't tell me there's only 20 good teams in America. That's not right.
Well, no, and exactly. And I did agree earlier with Hoser or whatever saying I was anti-preseason poll. In basketball, it doesn't make any difference in college because it sorts out over months. But football, if somebody starts outside the top 25, what if it starts scratch? Would San Diego State getting, a better look? Would Oklahoma State even be a little higher? When you start outside and have to work your way up versus Iowa State started at number 7, preseason number 7, and they're, a 500 team? So it does, as we go back, perception means too much, and it drives us crazy, and we'll see. And if Cincinnati wins and gets left out, yes, I'll continue to watch, but I'll probably be throwing stuff at my TV and might have to buy a new TV. But we'll see what happens this weekend. But I did feel for when you had San Diego State's had a great year, and you're like, well, what if Houston wins? Why not San Diego State?
Yeah.
Jerry, being an East Coast guy, was like, no, and I'm like, why? And not to say it would happen, but the thought process was not even, you have a good.
Well, it's like what he's saying is the best win there, and I understand that the best win would be beating Cincinnati, and he's right. The best win that San Diego State had was beating Utah at home before Utah changed quarterbacks. But okay, so is that all that matters? The best win? What about the what's the word we always hear this time of year? What about the body of work? Well, big deal. So they beat Fresno State and Boise State and Nevada. Well, I will put the Mountain West schedule against the American this year. Let's have that conversation, because to me, especially the Mountain West, there's not even a conversation against the American this year. They had SMU and they had SMU and Cincinnati and Houston. Well, okay, San Diego State, Fresno State, who almost beat Oregon, and Nevada were really, really good. Let's have that conversation. And Air Force and Boise State. Let's have that conversation. All right, I got to go. I got to hit the break.
Okay, take care.
Later. I'm a little fired up today. Sorry. Yeah. So is that all right with you?
I love it.
All right. It's the opening drive. One more segment of me, and then you can be done with me. A 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Calling all football players. Are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out, it needs to be replaced. We're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Car Crafters is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out, it needs to be replaced. We're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever, no one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
There's only one home for Rome. The Jim Rome Show is up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Don't go. Sit down.
Oh boy,
Sit in
what's
JJ's
going
seat.
on?
No, I want because Stig has been on this for a long time, and he wants to split up the divisions, and I use this one because it should. Oh, that one. I don't even know what channel that is. And then the.
Do you want me to come in? What's
No,
going on?
you're good.
You got it?
The great American
in
Stigalo is here.
Stigalo.
That's another one that we forgot about.
Yeah, that's my favorite, I think. I think that was my favorite. We've been having this conversation as we roam the halls as I wash out my coffee cup. And so you said to me, well, put Cincinnati on the field, and how would they play with an SEC schedule? And they probably have a couple losses. But they don't. I think in a couple of years, if you put them in that league, and we'll find out in the Big 12, will they get their recruiting up? But I want to see. So you don't feel Cincinnati should be in the playoff?
No, no, absolutely. I think Cincinnati should be in the playoff. I'm just asking that hypothetical for the people who are saying that Alabama doesn't deserve to be in if they lose to Georgia again. If you put Alabama and Cincinnati on the same field,
yeah,
would Cincinnati have one loss
if they play
with an SEC West schedule? Well, of course they would. Now, if they had 5 years to recruit, who knows what they'd be able to do.
Right.
But if you put those two teams together on the field,
So you're saying I test this thing, right?
who would win? If you're trying to find the true four best teams,
Then how many losses does Alabama get before you got to stop? You can stop telling me they're one of the four best. I mean, doesn't the A&M loss matter to anything? Like if you're going to sit here and tell me, well, they lost to the A&M is a nice team.
where is A&M in the rankings?
A&M is in the college football playoff rankings.
Yes.
I'll find it for you. But how many losses? At what point do I stop hearing how great that they are because they're Alabama and they play in the SEC? How many losses do they get? They're 25th in the CFP ranking. Texas A&M.
It's 25th.
25th, and their
So
record
they would
is
need another.
8-4.
I think that Alabama would need another bad loss.
So 3 losses, then you can tell me Cincinnati's as good as they are?
No, I would say they would need a bad loss. They would need a loss to, if they had lost the Iron Bowl to Auburn, they're out. If they had lost, but if their next game is not a bad loss.
No, it's not. It's not. So you're telling me that a 2-loss Alabama is more deserving to play for a championship than an undefeated, potentially, Cincinnati, who won at
No. I have Cincinnati in. The question is do you put a 1-loss Baylor in over a 2-loss Alabama, or a 1-loss Oklahoma
State?
State?
Does a conference championship mean anything? I mean, then we got to have that conversation. I do. Yes, I do. Because tell me again what Alabama's done. Their best win was Ole Miss. You can tell me, well, they need another bad loss all you want. Okay, but what have they done on the positive side of the ledger? They beat Ole Miss.
No, that's true.
And how long do I have to keep hearing, well, they play an SEC schedule, they must be the freaking New England Patriots?
I would just say it this way, Jeff. If you had to bet, if you had to go out to
who would I bet?
Sandia Casino and
pick a winner,
and the line was Alabama or Baylor, or the line was Alabama and Oklahoma State. It was a pick 'em.
Yeah.
Where would you lay your money?
If it was Alabama or Oklahoma State?
Alabama versus Oklahoma State.
A neutral site game?
Yeah, that's
I might go Oklahoma State. See, I just don't think Alabama's the great Alabama.
I don't think they are either, but that's the question you have to ask if you're sitting in that room trying to pick the four best teams.
And I can't sit here and tell you that it's as much of a no-brainer as it seems to me in my head.
I would agree with you I'm completely agreeing with you. I'm just saying that when you're sitting in that room, you have to say, who are the 4 best teams? A 1-loss Alabama is probably better, or a 2-loss Alabama is probably still on equal footing as a 1-loss Baylor or a 1-loss Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to come down to, and I would go with it. And then at some point, what have they done to earn it? It's got to go beyond what do I think in my head. Now I'm going to look at the data. All right, well, they beat Ole Miss. Well, they beat Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, and they beat Oklahoma State, whatever it is, twice.
I don't know how you solve that other than expanding the field, but then you're going to get the 13th team complaining that they didn't get over the 14th.
Look, we have an argument every year about 69 and 70
exactly right.
Instead of 67 and 68. We have that problem every single year in college basketball.
But this is the argument not for just getting in the tournament. This is an argument for who's national championship quality.
Yeah, and what does that mean? Did you earn the berth? To me, Cincinnati would have, and a 1-loss Big 12 champion who's playing well at the end. Alabama had to go triple overtime, come on a last-minute drive because a kid didn't go out of bounds to beat a 6-6 Auburn, and then got beat in this conversation. Got beat by Georgia, as opposed to a team who's playing well at the end and just won the Big 12. I'm going to go with the team that just won the Big 12.
And again, what if they lose to Georgia on a last-second?
Yeah, and then we have a conversation
miracle,
too. I think they're going to get beat by 2 touchdowns.
They
I
might.
think this is going to solve itself. I really do, and I think we're going to see Michigan win, and the winner of the Oklahoma State Baylor game, and Cincinnati and Georgia. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Miss you. Love talking sports.
I miss being.
That was a great last segment.
I enjoy it too.
Thank you to Jerry Palm. Always enjoy Jerry for being with us. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowherd's after that. 2 Men On. It comes your way at 4 o'clock. You get Cowboy football tonight against New Orleans.
Woo!
Thursday night here on the Sports Animal. A. Marie, terrific work. Look at you and me this week.
I know.
We haven't burned the ship
crushing
yet. Adrian, great work on the TV side. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. with more award-winning radio. Please be good to each other. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll see you tomorrow.
And Stephen West is going to win this one very handily. What a dominating performance from Stephen West. And that is Ellery Battle, your 2021 5A Girls NMAA State Cross Country Champion.
Smith trying to get to it. Here's Michael Wan. And they're trying to get a counterattack for Hashigan. Hashigan, she's going to have the shot in the goal. Sandia Prep, Hashigan.
Second and 18 now at the Bernalillo 32-yard line. Rivera back to pass. Rose goes right under pressure. Throwing across his body to Garris. Garris breaks one tackle. Garris could be in the end zone, and he is. Touchdown, Vernon. Touchdown, Academy. 32.
Long shot for goal! And we're all tied up. It's Christian Contreras with the goal.
All right, Gerardo drops back, a little bit of pressure. He goes deep to Valdez right away. Caught it, walks the sideline, and it's going to be a touchdown. Oh, nastiness.
I mean, how is this not prevent?
Your entire secondary should be back.
There he is again, under pressure. Looking at the corner of the end zone. It's a pylon, and no signal yet.
That's a touchdown.
It's got to be, right? No signal.
Give him the touchdown.
The people's champ with a catch. Touchdown!
That's
Touchdown!
Like that, something's going to go in. A header by Wagner. Wagner, the left-footed shot, and he will score another. How did that happen?
Wow, he made a nice little flick past the guy and then basically just took a quick step, muscled his way in there, and on his lesser used foot, tucks it away with the left.
Third and 17. Giannis the play fake, trying to go around left. Dan's got some room. And a blocker in front. Down the left side. Giannis might break it for the touchdown. I don't think anyone's going to catch Giannis. Touchdown. 52-yard touchdown run by David Giannis.
And Nevin Sapatka can't find his spot. It's Sanchit Singh that he's trying to find. Singh will lift it up for Sapatka. Last chance. Does he get it? Yes, he does. Nevin Sapatka finishes the game. The shirt comes off, and the Chargers back-to-back champions as they beat Lovington in overtime again. Wagner, flags stay down. Wagner, he's going to cut some room, and he's going to seal it. A 4-goal game, Alex Wagner.